Shelby Cecil.
And I'm Madison Evetts.
And we're presenting the GARS test today.
And that is the Gilliam Autism Rating Scale, the 2nd edition.
Okay, for the overview, the GARS-2 assists teachers, parents, and clinicians in identifying autism in individuals and configuring the level of severity. It is one of the most widely used instruments for assessment of autism spectrum disorder in the world. Items on the GARS-2 are based on the 2013 diagnostic criteria for autism spectrum disorder adopted by the APA and published in the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders, 5th edition. The GARS-2 yields standard scores, percentile rank, severity level, and probability of autism.
Facts about the assessment. Items and subscales align with the DSM-5 diagnostic criteria for autism spectrum disorder. 44 new items were added to the GARS-2. All 6 subscales have been determined to be valid and sensitive for identification of children with ASD. An interpretation guide in the examiner's manual provides the examiner an easy and efficient method for assessing the probability of autism spectrum disorder and the severity of the disorder. A diagnostic validation form is included for ensuring that the test results meet DSM-5 criteria for autism spectrum disorder.
DSM-5 diagnostic criteria for ASD. Persistent deficits in social communication and social interaction across multiple contexts as manifested by the following currently or by history. Restrictive, repetitive patterns of behavior, interests, or activities as manifested by at least 2 of the following currently or by history. Symptoms must be present in the early developmental period, but may not become fully manifested until social demands exceed limited capacities or may be masked by learned strategies in later life. Symptoms cause clinically significant impairment in social, occupational, and other important areas of current functioning. These disturbances are not better explained by intellectual disability or global development delay. Intellectual disability and autism spectrum disorder frequently co-occur to make comorbid diagnosis of autism spectrum disorder and intellectual disability. Social communication should be below that expected for general development levels.
Areas in the assessment measured. The test consists of 56 clearly stated items describing the characteristic behaviors of persons with autism. The items are grouped into 6 subscales: restrictive and repetitive behaviors, social interaction, social communication, emotional responses, cognitive style, and maladaptive speech.
The GARS can be targeted towards anyone between the ages 3 to 22. The assessment is a self-administration and it takes around 5 to 10 minutes to complete. The qualifications of this assessment is a level C. The assessment is hand-scored afterwards.
Reliability and validity. Internal consistency reliability coefficients for the subscales exceed 0.85 and the autism indexes exceed 0.93. Test-retest reliability coefficients exceed 0.80 for subscales and 0.90 for the autism indexes. Inter-rater reliability, interclass coefficients exceed 0.80 and 0.84 for the autism indexes. Correlations of the GARS-2 scores with those of the well-known diagnostic test for autism are large or very large in magnitude.
All new validity studies show that the test results are valid for a wide variety of subgroups as well as for the general population. Binary classification studies indicate that the GARS-2 is able to accurately discriminate children with autism spectrum disorder from children without autism. Confirmatory and exploratory factors analysis demonstrates the theoretical and empirical validity of the subscales. One could find additional reliability facts in the manual of this assessment.
And those are our references. Okay, so the GARS-2 comes with an examiner's manual, a instructional objectives handbook, the protocol,
and the summary and response booklet.
And the subscales, the first subscale is stereotype behaviors.
The second subscale is communication.
The third subscale is social interaction.
The fourth is the parent interview.
And then you have key questions about your observation. Basically, the GARS-2 is a way to put your observations into a scored system. That way you can look at your raw scores and compare it with the standard scores that the GARS-2 has researched and provided for you.
Natalie Staples is also in our group. She made this lovely PowerPoint for us, but she lives in Glasgow and is no longer able to make it to our meeting, so this is her work.